Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Third Monique College fumes victim dies. The third victim of the Monique College septic tank noxious fumes incident has died. Beresford Garden, 43-year-old of Church Pen Road address in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, died this morning at the St. Anne's Bay Hospital after being admitted in an unconscious state yesterday. Garden's co-workers from Central Cesspool, Kerr, 46, of Shelter Rock, Spanish Town, and Jocelyn Henry, 56, of Rivoli, Spanish Town, both died yesterday after being knocked unconsciously by fumes coming from the septic tank they were cleaning at the college. It is reported that after pumping the waste from the tank, one worker went in with a shovel to dislodge hardening waste matter. However, he was severely affected by the fumes, prompting one co-worker at first, then the other, to descend into the tank to assist, but both also got into difficulties. The police were called, and with assistance from the Jamaica Defence Force personnel from the nearby Monique training camp and firemen, the men were retrieved. Kerr and Henry died at the scene while Garden was rushed to hospital. He passed away early this morning. 75-year-old woman staying in Newarton, St. Catherine. Residents of the rural community of Cotton Peace in Newarton, St. Catherine, are in shock following the gruesome discovery of the body of a senior citizen yesterday morning. The deceased has been identified as 75-year-old Anita Brown, otherwise called Annie B. The woman's throat was reportedly sliced, police on the scene reveal. Her body was discovered about 8 o'clock yesterday morning. The St. Catherine police have launched an investigation into the crime. A ratchet knife, suspected to be the murder weapon, has been collected as evidence by the police. As of August 28, 26 persons aged 65 and over were murdered in Jamaica. Murders have declined by almost 16% in St. Catherine North Police Division year on year. 65 people were killed in the division as of August 28, 12 fewer than the 77 slain for the corresponding period in 2020. Police inspector dies after collapsing on the job. A police inspector assigned to the Hanover Police Division collapsed and died in Lucy this afternoon. Details surrounding his passing have not been released. The cop's death has sent personnel at the Hanover Division headquarters into mourning. He died as he was near the end of his shift. Illegal guns seized in St. Catherine police operation. Cops in the St. Catherine South Police Division have seized 3 illegal guns in 5 days during targeted operations. The exercise started last Friday in the Portmore municipality. Among the weapons seized was a submachine gun as the police conducted operations in Nuggerhead on Port Henderson Road and Myrtle Lane, Superintendent Hopton Nicholson reported. We have increased the number of operations across the division. We have been going into the various communities, especially what we regard as hotspots, pursuing intelligence as it comes to us, Nicholson added. He further stated that criminals across the division are being pursued. We will continue the operational thrust in the municipality of Portmore, in Central Village and in Old Harbour Subdivision, he said. Nicholson, who is in charge of operations in the police division, appealed to residents to cooperate with the police personnel. Some may suffer a little inconvenience, but we ask for your cooperation, the passing of information, whether through 911 or the nearest police station. Clarendon College mourns death of senior teacher. The school community at Clarendon College is in mourning following the death of senior teacher Williams on Monday. Williams, who had been ailing for some time, passed away subsequently to join in an online session that morning. Williams, who was a teacher of history, social studies and sociology, died just 3 weeks short of his 54th birthday on September 27. Principled, a disciplinarian, and opinionated were among the words used to describe him. Principal David Wilson says Williams' death has left staff, students, and the wider community devastated. Williams had been at the Clarendon College since September 1993 and served in several capacities, including Vice Principal and Dean of Discipline. Up to the time of his death, Williams was serving as a senior teacher and a Jamaica Teachers Association contact teacher at the school. Traffic congestion in Port Antonio.
Have expressed frustration with the buildup of traffic in the small space, highlighting unruly drivers parking along the already narrow road and large delivery trucks blocking the roads.
If the police be more proactive in the road and direct the traffic and keep the road clear, I think that will help a lot. And then maybe if them can even find a better way of make the traffic flow, like rearrange the traffic on certain days when them know say these days are the days that we have more traffic. You can rearrange the route, so that means you just go one way instead of you go this way and block up the traffic.
On the behalf of all of the supermarket and the store them, if them they have a better parking lot where the vehicle can park and they can deliver them goods, then things will run more smoothly, I understand.
And one resident made this suggestion.
If people don't have nowhere to park, them are going to park in the road. So if we invest in a parking space where people can park in the town and not block up the road, I think that will help a lot. Like that space that overcross from the police station, the big and the empty, and it are used. You see, if somebody could acquire that space, buy it or something, and make a big parking like this, where people can, we have different levels of floor parking, that would be a plus.
CEO of the Portland Municipal Corporation, Jennifer Brown Cunningham, says vending is also another factor causing congestion, with some vendors refusing to use the market. That, she says, makes it difficult for the municipal police to manage the space. However, in response to the congestion caused by the delivery trucks, she says due to the design of the buildings and the narrow road, the municipality saw the need to make arrangements for a time schedule for delivery trucks to make drop-offs. However, some businesses have not been cooperating.
It's not as if you can make arrangements now for the deliveries to be happen to the rear of the building, because that was not taken in consideration when those buildings were built many years ago. So town planning and all of that has now come within a space where the streets are so narrow that, you know, other arrangements have to be made in terms of, and so that's why there's a recognition that these are the certain hours that the deliveries are supposed to be done.
In the meantime, in a bid to reduce the congestion, a new transportation center is slated for the parish.
Once we move the taxis and the buses to the Boundbrook property, the area on Foreshore Road that we would normally use as the transportation center will become available for parking within the township.
Mrs. Brown Cunningham says it is a long-term plan which is expected to get started within the next 18 months.
Hundreds flock to Caymanas Park vaccination site. Hundreds of people flocked to the vaccination site at Caymanas Park on Tuesday to receive COVID-19 jab. Residents from communities surrounding the horse racing landmark, including Gregory Park and Independence City, were well represented at the vaccination drive. Trainers, grooms, and other members of the local horse racing fraternity were observed waiting to get the vaccine. The vaccination drive at the park is being held Tuesday, September 7 to Thursday, September 9 from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is being coordinated by representatives of American Friends of Jamaica, AFJ, the Ministry of Health, through the Southeast Regional Health Authority, the Horse Racing Promoting Company Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited, the Diabetic Association of Jamaica, and private sector interests including Lasco and San Myrno. The Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer brands of vaccine are being administered at the sites. 837 new COVID cases recorded in Jamaica, 9 deaths. Jamaica recorded 837 new cases of COVID-19 and 9 related deaths on Monday, pushing the total number of confirmed cases on the island since the outbreak to 72,824 and the confirmed deaths to 1,646. The new cases comprised of 479 females and 358 males, with ages ranging from 25 days to 99 years. According to the ministry, 147 of the cases were recorded in St. Anne, 126 in Kingston and St. Andrew, 123 in St. Catherine, 104 in St. James, 73 in Westmoreland, 61 in Manchester, 48 in Trelawney, 45 in Clarendon, 42 in Hanover, 35 in St. Mary, 23 in Portland, 7 in St. Elizabeth, and 3 in St. Thomas. Meanwhile, 7 of the latest deaths are females, 4 ages 46, 73, 74, and 93 from Kingston and St. Andrew, and 3 ages 62, 74, and 83 from St. Catherine. The remaining victims were males, a 51-year-old from Hanover and an 82-year-old from Westmoreland. The latest deaths were recorded between September 4th and 5th. The ministry further reported 124 new recoveries, which pushed the total recoveries to 49,045. There are 21,671 active cases on the island. Rural school challenges as school reopens re-internet connectivity.
No devices, no internet, and a host of other challenges for educators in some rural areas. Issues from the last school year brought forward with another bout of virtual learning. At Tatius Golding High in St. Catherine, the theft of internet cables from Point Hill interrupted school last year. And despite telecommunications company Flow now offering fiber connection, school administrators say it's not stable.
I don't have internet at home, which simply means that I have to be on the compound every day to conduct my classes.
At Glen Stewart Primary School in St. Elizabeth,
the school as well, we are having some challenges with our internet down there. So I'm not sure if we'll be going out to give work or online, but I know there'll still be a problem there. So I'm not sure. For the first week, I don't think we can do any work.
And then there's the issue of devices for the educators to teach. Some are still using their own personal device, while others who were given devices from the government or corporate sponsors say they are inadequate.
You have to use your own credit or pay your own bill. And sometimes, you personally are getting phone calls or texts. It interrupts the sessions when you're teaching.
We know that we have to write our lesson plans, submit the plans. For you to sit down with a tablet to type for such a long period of time, it's really a challenge for us as teachers. That's one. And then some of the activities that you want to plan for your students, we can't effectively execute these activities because we have to use the tablet.
Desmond Douglas, an information technology teacher at Tatius Golding High, is able to put together his own device from which to teach.
It's not a device, it is a device. I don't know what to call it. Being a technological person, you can put one and one together and you get something.
Then there's the challenge of teaching practical subjects like information technology and drama to students who do not have devices or have ones that are limiting.
Let's say you're teaching keyboarding. They don't have a physical keyboard, right? So there's a challenge there. You cannot teach real keyboarding on a tablet.
So say for instance, I'm teaching you about computers, right? And say specifically spreadsheet. And teaching you about the spreadsheet, I would be able to walk around, check the students' spreadsheet work and so forth. I'm unable to do that because my students don't have the machine. Sometimes I say, share your screen, let me see your screen. They are unable to share the screen.
They make masks at home. They do things at home with props, right? And I send them to TikTok to make TikTok videos, things that they are comfortable doing.
And with absenteeism still a major challenge for students who cannot get online, schools are again using the option of delivering printed learning materials to students at home or a central point in their communities. This is one of the school buses that will be dropping off and picking up schoolwork to and from students who are unable to go online. But with 2 days out of the 5-day school week included in the lockdown, that's another challenge for school administrators.
We probably might have to get some here on the compound, put them into different rooms and see if they can be a part of the online classes.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.